Well, what we see right now is states are regulating individually, and because at the federal level it's still illegal, but it's in the process of becoming legal, and the law enforcement authorities across the country are shifting from a harsh enforcement reality to more of a practical reality. So it's in the process. So your question really is, why do some jurisdictions take a more liberal view and why do other jurisdictions take a stricter view? Well, we can break it down several ways. One, we could say that heavily Democratic cities are more liberal, heavily Republican cities are more strict. So basically the strict right, the more liberal left. The reality, I think, is more about the age and experience of the politicians that are actually looking at those laws. Because if you're younger in life, you're going to have a more liberal outlook, and you're going to have seen your friends use marijuana, for example, but yet carry on normal lives. Whereas if you're in the older generation, you're very likely to be a little more conservative. You will have believed for most of your life that the marijuana is sort of the gateway to hell, and that you start there and it creates all kinds of problems. So much of what goes into the answer to your question of why it's treated differently in different places really boils down to the mindset of the people who are making the laws, and that's the wrong way to make laws. I mean, the right way to make laws is to do what we talked about in the beginning of the cannabis conversation. What does the science say? What does 50, 60 years worth of science tell us? What do the facts tell us? It doesn't really matter what I think or you think or the neighbors think. What do all of these facts for 6 decades tell us about marijuana? And that needs to guide our decisions in terms of what's legal and what's not legal.